dealer slide shows a lease payment that looks almost reasonable and a buy payment that looks scary. Most people pick the smaller monthly number and call it a day. That's how you miss mileage caps, acquisition fees, disposition fees, wear and tear charges, and the fact that a lease is renting depreciation, not building ownership. Today, what leasing really is, what buying really is, the mileage trap, an illustrative cost stack, and a cheat sheet so you can decide with math instead of showroom lighting. Not a brand pitch, education only. Bring a calm spreadsheet energy to a loud showroom. That alone changes the outcome. Quick note, this is general education, not financial or legal advice. Lease terms, loan APRs, and taxes vary by state and deal. I'll point you to FTC.gov and ConsumerFinance.gov, and for your deal, read the contract and ask questions before you sign. A lease is a long-term rental with rules. You pay for the car's expected depreciation during the lease term, plus fees and interest-like money factors with mileage limits and condition standards at return. At the end, you typically return the car, or buy it at a preset residual if the contract allows. You do not build equity the way a loan principal paydown can. You're paying for use, convenience, and a newer car on a cycle. Cap cost, residual value, and money factor are the lease vocabulary worth learning before you initial anything. Buying with a loan means you finance the car's price, ideally after taxes, fees, and a realistic down payment. Early payments are heavy on interest. Later payments build more principal. When the loan ends, you own an asset that can still have years of useful life if you maintain it. Buying also means you absorb repair risk as the car ages, and you can drive miles without a lease penalty, though fuel, tires, and maintenance still cost real money. If you buy, shop the car's price first, then financing. Bundling them is how markups hide. Mileage caps are where leases quietly explode. Contracts often allow something like 10 or 12,000 miles per year. Check yours. Go over, and per-mile penalties add up fast. If your real life is commuting plus road trips, a cheap lease can become a surprise invoice at turn-in. Before you sign, estimate annual miles honestly. Last year's odometer truth beats your optimistic story. Some leases let you buy more miles up front cheaper than overage later. Ask, then do the arithmetic. Fees stack on both sides, but leases love acronyms. Acquisition fees, disposition fees, excess wear charges, and due at signing cash can make the first month different from the advertised payment. On purchases, watch documentation fees, add-ons, and stretching the loan term to shrink the payment while increasing total interest. Always ask for the out-the-door number and the end-of-term obligations in writing. Decline add-ons you don't understand. Protection packages are famous for padding the deal while distracting you from the real negotiation. A clean comparison timeline. List payment times months for each path. Add fees you can identify. Add estimated excess mile risk if leasing. Then ask what you own at month 36 or 60. On a buy and keep path, years after the loan ends can be the cheapest transportation of your life. On a lease forever path, you may always have a payment. Neither is moral, they're different products. A 3-year lease forever versus a 5-year loan, then 3 paid-off years, are different movies with the same opening montage. But here's the mistake that quietly empties wallets, treating monthly payment as the only scoreboard. Dealers know payment is what buyers feel in their chest. Stretching a loan to 7 years can make buying feel like leasing while you stay underwater longer. Shopping payment only is how negative equity and trade-in traps start. If a dealer asks what payment feels good, answer with the out-the-door price and term you're willing to accept. Don't lead with a dream payment. In about a minute, I'll give you the lease versus buy cheat sheet to screenshot. Payment, miles, equity, and fees in one place. First, an illustrative stack. Illustrative only. Imagine a lease at $350 a month for 36 months. That's $12,600 in payments before fees. Add a drive-off and a disposition fee, and the cash out the door grows. A buy path might show a higher payment, but leave you with a car worth something when the loan ends. If you keep that car 3 more years with no payment, the average cost per month of ownership can drop below the forever lease lifestyle. Your numbers will differ. The mechanism is the point. Replace my illustrative numbers with quotes from 2 lease offers and 2 purchase offers on the same car. That homework is the whole video in practice. Insurance and maintenance also shift. Lease contracts often require higher coverage. Newer cars under warranty can mean fewer repair surprises, whether leased or bought new. Used purchases can lower the price but raise repair uncertainty. Put insurance quotes next to the payment before you fall in love with a payment on a sticker. Get insurance quotes before you sign. A cheap lease can require coverage that raises the true monthly stack. Now, the one thing nobody tells you? Leasing can fit if you drive predictable moderate miles, want a newer car every few years, keep the car pristine, and value the lower payment enough to accept zero equity. It is a lifestyle product. If that matches you, go in with eyes open on fees and miles. If it doesn't, stop letting the payment slide gaslight you. Business mileage or unpredictable travel years are classic lease mismatch signals. Buying or a higher mile lease purchase often fits better. Buying tends to fit if you drive a lot of miles, want to own the car after the loan, can handle a higher payment or a longer keep horizon, and will maintain the vehicle. Buying used can be cheaper than buying new, with more homework. Either way, negotiate the price of the car separate from the financing song and dance, and never shop only on monthly payment. If you're underwater on a trade-in, rolling negative equity into a new lease or loan can trap you. Spot that line item like a hawk. Screenshot this lease versus buy cheat sheet. 1. Monthly payment is not total cost. 2. Leases rent depreciation with mile and wear rules. 3. Buying builds a path to ownership, and post-loan years can be cheap. 4. Estimate real annual miles before leasing. 5. Get out-the-door cash and end-of-term obligations in writing. Free download below, plus the Adulting Starter Kit. If this saved you from a payment-only decision, subscribe to the Adulting Guide. Next, lifestyle inflation. Why raises still feel like nothing when spending quietly rises with you. Comment lease or buy for your last car. Next, lifestyle inflation. Because the car payment you stretch for today becomes the fixed cost that eats tomorrow's raise.